We got new Baby Metal came out. I know Wave did some videos. It was a great video, Wave, by the way. I loved
Yeah.
I
Oh,
love
your
the
video was great,
story.
man.
And yeah, we both did videos on it. Ryan has listened to it. Ryan only listened to the song, so
I
we're gonna
only
let
listened
Ryan.
at work, so I wasn't 100% focused on it either.
So his
So I wanted to
thoughts.
hear it.
I don't know if I would have heard the song without seeing the lyric video or actually having the full meaning of the song. I think it does take away from the song a little bit without knowing everything that it's about. That
I mean,
makes sense.
I'll give you my take on it before you guys
Exactly.
explain anything else.
Yeah, go for
Yeah,
it.
go for it.
So, okay, I was at work and I got a notification that the premiere is happening. I was like, oh man, I wanted to hear it. So I just threw it on. So I have like a Bluetooth speaker at work. I can hear, but not like super well.
Mhm.
So it right away, well, within the first, 30 seconds, I'm like, okay, this isn't going to be a fucking super heavy song, but it was good. I liked it. I thought it was a good solid song. And I know some people want to hear new stuff from him, and some people want to hear the same shit, heavy, crazy solos and wonderful singing like they heard before. And I'm like, well, they got to do some of that to some point, but they're not doing it right now. They're safe and all that shit for a later reveal.
I really like to keep that in my forefront of my mind, so I know to like be very open as possible. And I was with that song, and anything Baby Metal comes out with for me is just emotional because it's like years of waiting. I'm not years of waiting. I shouldn't say years. It feels like that for me because they helped me through dark times. So it's like anything they come out with, like I feel like is gonna sound good in my mind. But after hearing the story, like and everybody's input, all the fans' input in the comment section about the actual video was just amazing. I'll let Wave talk about it.
I listened to it. I loved it musically. I actually thought it was pretty dang heavy right from the start with those
Yeah,
insane fast triplet double kicks, and then it went into more hard rock and roll style. But
with that
I
lead,
thought,
right? Like that lead that
yeah,
comes in, you're like,
that
wait a
lead
second.
guitar was
Sorry.
actually pretty simple lead guitar
Yeah.
for Baby Metal. The build up into the chorus, the dun 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 dun, was like, okay, we're getting ready for something big. And then the chorus itself was so catchy. It was stuck in my head after the first chorus. When a song can get that earworm in you
Mm-hmm.
right away. So I loved the music, but then I watched your video when you went more in depth reading people's comments, talking about the lyrics and the different possible inspirations. That's what really grabbed me about it, because Sue Metal, she was born in Hiroshima and I think lived there 10 to 12 years, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Her grandparents were alive during World War II when, the atom bomb struck Hiroshima. So there's a lot of callbacks to that in the music video here, like the Black Rain and the big flash and all that. But then they also talk about Ragnarok in the lyrics. So there's some inspiration from Norse mythology. They both had a very special tree, the survivor tree in Hiroshima and the world tree or whatever it was in Norse mythology. So it's like a blend of a real world thing and mythological thing
Mm-hmm.
to inspire the video, but it's also part of their metalverse, right?
Yes. Yeah. Where
So
they're
it's
going
all
to different worlds. So every single song is about them going to a different world. But it's cool how they tie it in, right? I mean, a lot of people think it's about what's going on now too. There's that theory also.
yeah, it could definitely. I mean, that's the cool thing about it though, and it's hard to put into words. But first of all, it's taking inspiration from this really tragic, horrible event and turning it into something beautiful and hopeful by the end. And it's also like the lore behind it is so like that they put that much thought into building this universe behind their music is fascinating. That's one of the reasons I like 21 Pilots, is because they also have lore built into their music. And now I'm seeing that with Baby Metal. I'm finally, like, I'm still a Baby Metal noob. I don't know all the lore, but I'm finally starting to understand a little bit, and it makes me want to dig deeper. I definitely became a bigger Baby Metal fan yesterday.
After
Everything clicked.
doing this song, I'm with you on this because I mean, I'm a big Baby Metal fan, but I guess I'm not that huge a fan because I don't know a lot about the past lore. So after hearing this song and seeing all the comments, especially the one from Jake Mueller, shout out to you. He left this in-depth his analysis of the song, and it was really good. You guys should check it out. I pinned the comment on my video so you guys can read it. He has some really good insight on, and everybody had really good theories. Like all of them were. It's just amazing. You could get so many ideas from it. You could relate it to current situations. You could relate it personally, like I said in the video. Unfortunately, like when I first heard it, I was like, oh, it could be about somebody just looking up to the sky, but I wasn't really paying attention to the pictures and the actual music video. And when I went back and listened to the music video, I'm like, oh shit, there's all this in there also about the Ragnarok. And then I saw it in the translation, but there was somebody that commented and said that that's a normal translation and it doesn't really mean it's Ragnarok. I don't know though. But the point is, there's so many theories to it. It makes it fun, and I think like that's half the fun about Baby Metal is we can all sit here and talk about the lore and enjoy the storytelling of it and how in depth it is. And then with Sue's lyrics, it's just amazing how it goes with the song. And like you were saying in the beginning was like metal, hard rock, and pop all at once, all at once, but you still felt like it was a Baby Metal song. Like it didn't. It still did. I know it's not what we're expecting, like lead wise from other stuff, but I mean they have other songs with a very similar tone in their lead has those vibes. Like it's still the same tone of Baby Metal, you know what I mean? It's still we're still using the same tones. It's just a slowed I would almost consider more slowed down, but I really think every world is going to have something different, and we're probably going to get something that's a chaotic universe, maybe a fun universe. I really don't know where they're going to go, and they did say it's going to be different than before, so that goes back to like anybody that expected it to sound like the past 3 albums. I'm sorry, they kind of said that they weren't going to do that, so it's there's that also, you know.
So each song is gonna be a different universe or different world.
Yeah, world into universe, and I'm sure there's going to be something where they all combine together. You know, kind of like the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm sure there's going to be something where they combined them, and it's going to have something to do.
The Avengers.
Yeah, like with the mythology. I think it's like a lot of inspirations for Koba Metal, and he's just like combining all of his inspirations into his own little thing with the Metalverse. That's what it feels like to me. And this is with me having really little knowledge. I already planned this week to go read super deep into all the Baby Metal lore and kind of like get my own perspective of it. Because right now I'm just reading off what people are saying, and I kind of want to see like what comes to my mind when I go read into all of it.
The cool thing about art and lore like this, and this is something Tyler Joseph, the writer and composer of 21 Pilots, said too about his videos and music, is that it's open to each listener's interpretation, you know?
Yeah.
The true meaning of the song, you know, what the band intended is almost never something super specific. Like the true meaning comes from how each listener interprets it and what it means to them, you know?
Yeah.
And I just love that about art, that it can be open to interpretation.
Yeah, and guys, you can follow Baby Metal on Twitter, and they always release stuff about like when the songs are coming out. On their website, they always have more insights into stuff. So I'm going to be looking into all that. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know in Discord of what I should like check out to read. I know Reddit goes off about all this stuff because it go in depth about the story and everything. But yeah, Ryan, so I'm pretty excited for you to check out the music video. It's
yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it, just hearing how much kind of more involved it is. It'll be interesting.
The lyrics and stuff, everything goes well together. It was like so much thought went into that lyric video. Like I don't think I've ever seen so much thought go into a lyric video, because most bands, they just put out lyrics and it's just like some cool background design. But and I thought that's what this was gonna be. Nope, this was like all tied in.
It was like a legit music video.
Yeah, I don't even consider it a lyric video. I didn't even notice the lyrics at the bottom until like halfway through.
Yeah, they're kind of tiny down there.
So like I didn't even think of it like that at all. I'm pretty excited for the rest of the Baby Metal songs to come out, and then they're gonna be playing in January, so we're gonna get a live concert, and I know they're gonna be selling that, and it's gonna be available when that comes out. I think it's 28th and 29th. So the Hakari Messe Hall in Japan. And I'm I can't wait.
It's gonna be
I
huge,
really
man.
can't
It's
wait.
gonna be such a big event.
After watching the Monochrome video, I went back and rewatched Divine Attack to actually pay attention to the video, and that was crazy intense too. Like,
Yeah.
you got Sue and Moa on horses. It's wild. I still don't know what's going on, but it makes me curious now.
I don't know how we missed it with Divine Attack because I guess I didn't pay attention to the music video when I've been listening to it, but not like the music video. So I'm just excited to go back and really check those music videos out and just make sure, like, I don't know. I think it's fun. I didn't realize all that was going into it. I thought the Divine Attack was just a video thrown together. I didn't really think about it.
Yeah, you kind of assume that anytime you see lyric video, you're like, oh, it's not that important.
Yeah. And that one was
Just to
called like
see all that effort.
Visualizer. So I was like, and I'm mainly paying attention to the music, you know, and I can understand why certain fans would be disappointed. But they did say it wasn't going to be like the other albums. So I'm not like expecting them to sound anything like the older stuff. I do expect some technical stuff to come our way, but it's not going to be technical in the way that we expect. I think it's going to be like, if we're talking about music wise, if you want like the chaoticness, I think they will have some chaotic songs, but it won't be the way we expect. It'll be some genre twisting, weird thing put together. You know, that's what I think is going to happen.
Yeah.
But
I would love that. Like I was talking about earlier, I feel like the stuff that's not as well received from the start is the stuff that has the longest shelf life, because you keep unraveling it and noticing things you didn't notice before. Yeah.
Now that you mentioned about Divine Attack, though, like, yeah, I have to really watch that because I did not give that enough love, the music video, for sure, like I did with this one. But this one, I felt it. I felt the sadness immediately. That's why I was like, but like the hopeful vibe of it, you could just feel it in the song, because it was pretty crazy that was like this ramp up on metal, and then you have this nice hard rock lick that comes in, and then bam, pop. You're like, what? And then you felt like this sense of emotion of like sadness, like, oh, listen. Like, that's what I got from it, was like, oh, you need to fucking pay attention. And I think that's why I kept digging deeper on this song, because Divine Attack was good, but this one, like, I really felt like Sue was like, you need to pay attention closer. You know? I don't know. That was like the vibe I got while I was listening to the song. I could be completely wrong. Like I said, this is just what I was thinking when I was first listening to it, you know? And
that chorus is going to be pretty epic live. Like the big sing-along.
oh yeah, for sure.
For more Gaijin goodies like you just saw, be sure to subscribe to the Gaijin Guys podcast and turn on all notifications to be part of the live stream every Sunday. You can also find us wherever you listen to podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, etc. You can find even more exclusive content and reactions on our Patreon, patreon.com/Gaijin Guys. I'll see you there. Adios.